Hello. Today, I wanted to talk about how we really don't know anything. um, we think these days how much we know. And if you think about recorded history and all the information we have on the internet, it's incredible the amount of information we have. I was just reading something by a guy called Morgan Housel, who's a finance writer, but don't worry. He was just comparing He was looking at all the information accessible on the internet. He says it's estimated at 40 trillion gigabytes. I don't know what that means, but it's enough to play a high definition video lasting the entire 14 billion years since the Big Bang. What does all this mean? It means there's a lot of information on the internet, so much more than any human can really see or understand. So we have so much stuff, but please remember, everything that is recorded is only a tiny, tiny, tiny proportion, a tiny, tiny part of what happens to everybody. So even this enormous amount of information is just tiny. Think about if you keep a diary and you write down the main things that happened to you that day, that diary is maybe like five sentences. But everything that happened to you in life is so much more than 5 sentences, right? So it's the same for the internet. You think there's so much information there, but it's only a tiny part of everything that has happened to people and of the thoughts that we've had. So we're blind to 99.99999% of what people are thinking. We just don't know all the information, right? Okay, that's my point. We have an enormous amount of information, but we still don't know most of what people are thinking. What does this mean? So, so I've got 3 points here. Number one, we have a false view of success. People highlight their successes and don't talk about their failures, right? If you look on Instagram, it's always smiling people on the beach holding a glass of champagne. And that's like a tiny percentage of their life. Most of the time they're sitting in an office doing boring stuff. That's why they want to have a picture of them holding, they show their successes and they don't talk about their failures. Or like number two, most things are harder than they look and not as fun as they seem, right? Life is a lot harder than it looks if you're just doing the recording. And number three, when you know your own struggles but are blind to others, it's easy to think you're missing some skill or secret that others have, right? If you just look at Instagram and what other people are having a good time, you think, oh, I'm terrible. My life is so miserable compared to theirs. Maybe you don't have the same skills that these people do. It's possible, but as I put in bold here, more often you're blind to how much everyone else is making it up as they go, one challenge at a time. Most people are just guessing what they are doing with their life, and they're just accidentally going to the next level. Some of them are successful, some are not. The point is, there's a lot of chance involved, and just judging by what's recorded doesn't tell you the full story. Okay, that's my point. Okay, I got 3 questions. Number one, how much of the things that happen to you do you record? For example, social media, diary, photographs. I do take photographs of things that happen to me in the day, but maybe I might take 2 or 3 pictures, and usually they're of cats, sometimes my daughters. I sometimes keep a diary. I haven't recently, but again, that will be 1 or 2 sentences, or I make some notes on the computer for lessons. But I think, for me, I'm recording maybe, I don't know, maximum 1 hour's worth of things that have happened to me, but I'm alive for 24 hours. How about you? What do you record? Number 2, do you ever record negative thoughts, or do you usually record positive things? So do you always if you do take a picture, do you take a picture of you smiling, the glass of champagne or the cake? Or do you write about, oh, I'm so miserable, my life is so difficult? I bet you don't. Most people don't. Okay, and number 3, do you think very successful people have it easier than you, have an easier life? Are they special, or are they not telling the whole truth? You know, when you look at somebody like Elon Musk, or who else? I don't know, these great people. It looks like they have such an easy life, or they are such a genius. How could I ever be successful? They're so great. Do you think they're telling the truth? Anyway, let's see. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you soon. Good luck. Be positive.